In this video, I'm doing a review of the Prettysweeeet planner. Now, it's not spelled how you would normally spell sweet. It has a couple of extra E's in there. So if you want to have a look at this one, make sure you Google the full name with the 4 E's in it. I found this one on Amazon. I'll have the link down below if you're interested. So I could only find one cover design, which is just this black with the gold foil. Still looks quite nice to me. I thought it would be hardcover, but it's actually this soft, like bendy material. I'm hoping it will still stay fairly sturdy. I mean, it does have the rounded corners, so it shouldn't get too scuffed. Bright white paper, love that. It's about 0.75 inches thick and it's about 6 inches wide by about 8.5 inches high. So the reason I wanted this planner, it has tons of extra pages and far more monthly planning pages than most planners include. It has a vertical hourly weekly spread, which for me is the only con, and it's also got plenty of other extra pages at the back as well, as being interspersed throughout. So I'll let you pause the video here if you want to read about the person who created it and why they created it. Now at the front we have quite a detailed goal planning process, I guess their recommended workflow. So we've got the contents page and then the start of those goal pages. So quite differently, they have some prompter questions, which I haven't seen a planner do before, so I quite like it, something different. After you've gone through all of those prompter questions, you can then decide, do some brainstorming on what goals you want to do. They've got more categories than most planners. Most will just include these top 6. They've got these extra ones, and I really like the travel one, and also there's volunteering, so it's a bit different. A bit more page space, maybe like a 2-page spread for these would be handy. If you have small writing, probably won't be an issue. Just if you like changing your mind a bit, then you might run out of room. So after that, it gives you a section to prioritize which goals, and then I really like this timeline. So they've got up to 5 goals on here. So I'm not sure how that works because there's more than 5 goal categories. So maybe they're assuming not all of them will apply to you. Then we have the action plan tip pages. So again, I'll let you pause the video, have a look at the photos, which will be linked in the blog post down below. Very detailed breakdown. We've got action plan page. It's blank paper. There's no dot grid or anything. It's just blank white paper. And then they've got some more tip things for you. And then the month start. So it is a 12-month planner and it's undated, so you can start at whatever month you want. These pages are blank, so you can do some doodling or add a photo or whatever you want to put in here. And there's no tabs because it is a sewn bound, but you can see these little grey marks here signify the next month. So you can still find your place relatively easily. And there is also 2 page markers as well to help you find your place. So I feel like it's quite well thought out. The pages are laying relatively flat on their own. They do lay more on their own towards the middle of the planner. I am having to just hold them open a little bit towards the front here. So this monthly planning spread, it starts on a Sunday, but since it's undated, you could just get some white out and change it so it starts on a Monday if you wanted to. Blank in the columns here, there's no like dot grid or anything, it's just blank white paper. I like the priorities, planning space, gives you quite a bit of room. And then we go into the weekly spreads. So this is what I was talking about by vertical hourly, and rather unusually it goes from 6 AM until midnight. So most planners I find if they start at 6, they'll end at 10, or they'll go like 9 to 5. So this one pretty much gives you a full day. Like there's only really, 6 hours of sleep. So if you're a night owl like me, then you've got a fair bit of space to plan. They do have these little divider things to break it up into morning, afternoon, and evening if you like to have that little divider there. The focus of the day section is too small for me though. I'm really not going to be able to fit much in there, maybe 1 or 2 words. We've got a weekly goal breakdown section, success habit of the week. There's only 1 section to do habit tracking, maybe a bit more habit tracking space and less of the quotes would be good. And then we've got the same thing with the priorities that we did on the monthly spread, and then some other sections down the bottom here, which you could just change if you wanted to, and add another line if you want an extra space to do the your planning for each day, if you wanted like open-ended for meal planning or something. After all the weekly spreads, we have the other pages, which I'm quite excited about, the monthly meal planner, and it's lined, which I really like. So they've got breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then another snack, and then we've got the weeks split out. Now I'm not sure why it goes up to week 6 because there's really only 4 or 5 weeks in a month. Maybe they're intending that you'd have like 2 and then you'd just have the 3 down the bottom. So anyway, they've got extra space in there. You could maybe use the extra line for some meal planning ideas. Sorry, the camera's a bit shaky. I'm holding it in one hand while filming it. So again, we've got 6 weeks for workouts. You could use this as like a study planner if you wanted to, just get some white out and change it around. Love this cursive font and then the block font. The two fonts pair really nice together and it's something a bit different rather than just having all the same font. Got income and expenses tracker and then your total down the bottom. I think some lined writing space would be good here, just to keep it all like in a straight line. Got a monthly summary and I'll let you have a look at all those questions. I like the prompters. There's a fair bit of room to write. Some line writing space would probably be good. It's all unlined and again no dot grid, it's just blank. And then we have more monthly summary and this really goes into your individual goals. And then you've got to rate your month and those categories, they don't tie back like exactly with your goals, but they kind of make sense, like energy and happiness. Obviously they're not going to be really goal categories. And then the next month starts again. And that happens the whole way through until we get to the back here. Just bear with me while I do this one-handed. Okay, so then we have the end of year summary pages. So these are similar format to the monthly one. Some more prompter questions, fair bit of space. I like that these questions aren't sort of like vague wishy-washy stuff, like things like that. I like those questions. So I think it's a well thought out planner. Love this build checklist, looks really nice. Again, some lines in between just so you can keep your writing straight would be handy. And you could use this as like a recurring task tracker if you didn't want to use it for a build checklist. You could just easily wipe that out or get some washi tape and stick it over the top. Some blank notes pages at the back here, quite a few. And then we have some list pages. The line spacing looks about 5 mil, which is on the smaller end for a planner. Keep that in mind if you've got big handwriting. Some grid pages, and then these ones which they indicate for timelines, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I would use this as like a graph or a savings tracker, like the 12 months of the year, and then you could shade in the boxes for like 10, 20 or whatever you're tracking it, maybe like blog stats. And then we've got some which I think would be good for a school timetable. And then even though the rest of it's undated, they do have some pre-printed calendars in here. It is a planner from the US, so it does have the US holidays pre-printed. And if you're using this planner after that date, you could just ignore these pages. Got the dates at a glance. I'm quite disappointed that there's no dot grid pages. I think some dot grid pages would be good. I feel like that's the trend that most planners are going towards, the dot grid. Really like these stickers, and they're in the same like font that's been used throughout. I think they're really nice, and they're on like transparent paper, so once you stick these down there's no like background around them, so that would work well. And the roomy pocket folder. So that is it for this review. I hope you found it helpful. I will have the blog post with all of the photos of the internal page layouts linked down below if you wanted to have a closer look, particularly those goal planning pages or the prompter questions, to see if it will work for you. I also have my affiliate link down below if you wanted to get this one off Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm always posting new planner review videos.